The only choice in addiction is how we choose to address it together. And that is what we are doing here today. My hope is you'll get a better understanding of how this can happen to someone so it never happens to you. What it's like to be stuck in it, why it's so hard to come out so you can be more helpful, understanding, compassionate to those who are struggling, and to show that we can and do recover. But this talk has to be about more than just addiction, because you cannot become dependent on a substance that you've never taken before. It can't happen. You cannot become addicted to drugs and alcohol if you've never tried them. So the reasons why people use substances in the first place, that first choice, that first use, it has nothing to do with addiction at all. It has everything to do with your surroundings, your mental health, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and because of this thing we call stigma, nobody wants to believe it's going to happen to them. I never thought I would be the guy that people were calling the junkie, the dope fiend, the drug addict, the drunk, the dropout, the felon. And for me, worst of all, was the all-encompassing failure. Words used to describe me, hurtful words used to describe me and others like me that contributed to my downfall and my inability to recover. But how does a downfall into the darkness of drug addiction even start in the first place? Well, so much of my life can be summed up into a first choice and a second chance. A choice I made my freshman year of high school to pick up that first drink, to pick up that first drug, which would change my life forever and lead me down that dark path of drug addiction rather than the meaning of true pain, stigma, and struggle. But that same struggle is what made me the man who I am today. Finding a way out of that struggle is what gave me a real second chance at life. I found a way to take my mess and I turned it into a message, and this is the story of my journey to recovery.